Hello, Storytimers. Today we're going to Africa and we're going to read Honey, Honey, Lion. Here are some wonderful, wonderful African animals. I love how Jan Brett drew them and colored them in. Beautiful colors. In Africa, the honey guide, that's this little bitty bird, and the honey badger are partners. When it comes to finding honey, the little bird follows a bee to the hive and she leads him along. When they find the honey, he breaks it apart with his strong claws and they share it. And that's the way it has always been. Sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? But maybe this day Badger was hungrier than usual. Maybe he forgot about the poor little honey guide who showed him the way. Or maybe he could have been thinking, it's my strong claws that break apart the honey. Why should I share? But whatever the reason, Badger would not share that day. Honey guide scolded the badger as he waddled back to his jackalberry tree, his tummy almost touching the ground. Look, he ate it all. He is really full. She fussed and fumed as he tried to get into his burrow. Finally, she cried out for all the animals to hear, "No fair, no fair!" Soon the guinea hens were broadcasting the news. Honey Guide is in a major rage. That means she's really, really mad. I bet she was hungry too. But Badger didn't care. He didn't hear, he wouldn't listen. He was sound asleep, smiling and snoring and hiccuping from his big meal. Rumph! Badger roared out the loudest hiccup of all, and then he fell into a deep sleep with a low rumble. And that low rumble gave Honey Guide an idea. What rumbles in the jungle? The next morning, Badger woke up hungry as usual. His tummy was as flat as a pancake. That's when Honey Guide flew by, heading for the great gray baobab tree. Honey, 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 she cried, grinning. Uh-oh, do you think she's up to something? The little bird zigzagged over its large roots. Pitter-pat, 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 pitter-pat. Badger ran after her. Pitter-pat, pitter-pat. Honey Guide flew low across the watering hole. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Badger paddled after her. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Honey Guide glided to the top of a termite mound. Sprong, sprong. Badger scrambled to the top and bounced off. Sprong, sprong. Honey Guide landed on a hollow log. It echoed with us as she stomped along. Boom, boom. Badger hurried to catch up. Boom, 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 boom. Next, Honey Guide flitted through a stand of papyrus. The tall, dry reeds clitter-clacked back and forth. And Badger traipsed along, muttering, "Where is that honey?" The papyrus rattled as he went by too. Honey Guide led him through a tall field of golden bristlegrass. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, swish, swish. And what should they see? Badger was very tired and very itchy and very wet and very sore, but he didn't slow down because Honey Guide was just ahead of him, and she flashed her feathers and fanned her tail and dove under this tree. Badger charged in after him. singing triumphantly, "Honey, honey, 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 lion! Oh no! Lion, lion, lion!" Badger turned on his tail and ran. And he ran through the tall grass. Swish, 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 swish. And through the papyrus. And over the log. And over the termite mine. Sproing. And across the water hole. Splash, splash. And over the tree roots. Pitter pat, pitter pat. There they go. And he dove into his den. And the lion was right behind him. And he reached in his paw as far as he could. And there he was, safe and sound. That is as close as you can get to an angry lion and live to tell the tale. That evening, all the animals squeaked and trumpeted and bellowed and hollered and whistled and snorted out the news. And they said, if Honey Guide leads you to some honey, be sure and reward her, or next time she will lead you to a lion. And snip, snap, snout, that tale's told out. But maybe you would like to make some cool instruments. This is just an oatmeal box. And I like oatmeal boxes because you can pitter patter them, you can beat them like a drum, you can put things inside and shake them. So it's good to use your trash. The watering hole splish splash was just an empty bottle. And you fill it about this high up with the water. It makes that wonderful splash. But you can also tap it. This is fun. Maybe you have baby wipes at home, but any box would work. And you put rubber bands on. But did you know the different size rubber bands, the width, see how fat that one is compared to that one? Do you think it's going to make a higher note or a lower note? There's only one way to find out. Here's the spring sprong. Can you hear that low note? This one's higher. So that's fun to do too. Inside this paper bag, to make that nice big clack sound, I simply put in a handful of popsicle sticks. But eat your popsicle first. And this, if you have someone that works in wood, maybe your dad or your grandpa, you can glue some sandpaper onto some scrap pieces. And that's kind of fun to use junk, but you can also use your body. You can swish it like this. You can make mud like that. You can pound your tummy. Oh, my bells are going off. You can make all kinds of sounds with you. So enjoy looking again at your trash and have fun and make some instruments. Have a good time. We'll see you later.